Hello, friends, and welcome to the Pitchmark Collective, where stories of the game come to life one perfect divot at a time. The azaleas were in full bloom, the wars were unmistakable, and once again, Augusta National delivered a Masters to remember. From triumph to heartbreak, from quiet confidence to Sunday brilliance, the 2025 Masters gave us moments we'll never forget. Today, Cam and I reflect on the drama, the tradition, and the glory, as only Augusta can deliver. This is the Pitchmark Collective. Cam, hello. How are you?
Teddy Nance right here, just killing it on the intro. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. That was probably one of the best Masters tournaments I've ever watched. I think a couple years from
I'm gonna
now.
go ahead and say it's the best that I've ever
Well,
watched.
it's tough. It's tough, right? Because like with Tiger and everything, it's one of those things where it's. I think a few years from now, it's going to be even better. And yeah, I can't believe everything that happened just in one afternoon. I was just glued to the TV pretty much from 10 a.m. until 7:30, whenever it ended.
Yeah.
Watched pretty much every single shot.
Oh yeah. Yep. I so for the listeners, developed strep Thursday, ended up in the ER with like 103-degree fever at night, urgent cares closed. Well, all right, it could be like worst weekend to have to be laid up, at the house because strep's super contagious. So it's like I'm gonna be in the basement. So
By
from
yourself.
Friday, yes, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, dude, I think I saw literally every shot that was broadcasted possible. And
on
it
Thursday when
completely,
you on Thursday when you said you were sick, I was so jealous because I was already at my desk working, and I was like, "This motherfucker is just gonna be home. Like he's not even gonna have to go into work or have to do anything. He's gonna be able to watch all of this."
yeah, it worked out. Fridays are like refresh and recharge day is what they call it at our company, and we're all off. We have some tech support staying on because our customers are still operating. But I was supposed to play golf on Friday morning. Didn't happen. Strep throat. I was dying essentially. But yeah, could have been a worse weekend to be sick. Um, it was an incredible Masters. 2019, like don't get me wrong, it was incredible watching Tiger win in 2019. But what just happened yesterday alone sets this specific 89th Masters tournament aside, if you ask me. Rory completing the Grand Slam. Bryson kind of falling apart as the people's champ. There, reports coming in. He's the people's champ, I'm hearing. Justin Rose, hat tip to you, buddy. Phenomenal showing this week. Phenomenal. Tough Saturday with the 75. But to go 10 birdies on Masters Sunday to play yourself into the playoff is incredible. At 44 years old. Guy was just open qualifying for the Open last year.
Well, and it's tough because it almost felt like how many more of these chances is he going to get?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it was it was tough to root for anybody coming down the stretch because it was like, I mean, you want Rory to win, you want him to kind of get the monkey off his back, get the green jacket. It's been what 9-10 years since he even won a major. Everything that happened last year, like the U.S. Open, and then to have what was it, 4-shot lead starting yesterday, 3-shot lead,
He had 2-shot lead. He
two
was
shot,
12 under. Bryson was 10 under.
and then to
Gave it
quickly give
up.
that
Gave
up
it up by a hole. By hole
immediately,
one. Yeah.
and for Rose to kind of be in that zone when he missed that short putt, Rose when he missed that putt on 17, I just felt so bad for him. But then he comes back and birdies 18.
Hits a dagger of a putt on 18. Hat tips the crowd as it's fallen to the. It was one of the most badass hat tips you could probably
Amazing.
do.
And so it was just tough. And once they got into the playoff, like you kind of had the feeling that Rory was going to win anyways, just with everything that, I mean, he just did it at the Players, right? Granted, that was the following day, but
Mm-hmm.
still, like he was just in that same position, a couple weeks ago.
There's
So he just
not.
didn't think,
I don't think. There's one person that I'm like worried against Rory in a playoff, and his name's Scotty Scheffler. I think
yeah.
Rory's. He's gonna be tough to beat in a one hole match. It was incredible. All around Sunday at the Masters, incredible.
I mean, where do you want to start? Do you just want to like get into like opening
Man,
you want to start on one? Like there were so
he
many,
won
it was
on
such a roller
Thursday.
coaster. Yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
we can start on Thursday. Rose gets out to he shoots what, 65, gets out to a
Yeah,
lead. I mean,
7, 8 under par.
just
I think he had
insane
it down to 8 and then bogeyed like 17 or something
coming
on
in.
Thursday. Yeah.
So it's
But what's
just,
crazy is so Rose first round leader. And it's
yes.
like, all right, like he's very easy to root for now in his in his back half of his career, especially like
Yeah.
with the storyline of last year's Open, having to Open qualify, runner up there to Xander. It's kind of the same story almost. I think he shot what, like 65 on day 4 at the Open as well. He's like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Can't go much lower on a championship Sunday.
Well, and
One
that's
thing
what I mean.
about Thursday is go
Just
ahead.
how many of those major Thursdays, Sundays, like how many more times in these majors is he going to shoot 65 and like be in
Yeah.
contention?
Yeah. No, you know what? He bogeyed 18 on
Uh,
Thursday. He made so many birdies this weekend.
so,
This week.
so many birdies.
10 on Sunday. 10 birdies on Master Sunday for Justin Rose. What got him was he was over par on Saturday when a lot of people went
Mm-hmm.
relatively deep. Rory was, 66 after another, like he went 65, 66.
We had some money on him after Thursday, and after Saturday it was like, okay, well, he can come back. After his round on Friday, we were kind of thinking like whatever, like he just didn't go low, but he didn't like shoot
Mm-hmm.
himself out of the tournament. And then after Saturday, it was like, okay, yeah, he's done. Like he's out of it. So who's up next?
Yep.
And then for him to kind of get off on that front nine like he did, and just put himself right back in the mix. Rory didn't help by coming back to the field, but it was just incredible, and I was very excited.
Yeah, so nice showing from Justin Rose. He showed a lot of swagger, a lot of heart, a lot of grit. I mean, he's going for it. Like you don't make 10 birdies on Masters Sunday if you're not actively trying to just go as deep as possible.
And I
With
think he
those
knew
pin
that too.
locations, yeah, like he's like, we gotta make as many birdies as possible. So we're shooting at every pin
Mm-hmm.
possible. We're playing aggressive. He executed. He had 4 bogeys. He ended up 6 under on the round. Played himself into a playoff against one of the greatest players of golf ever, Rory McIlroy. The thing with Rory, Thursday, incredibly hot start until the last 4 holes where he double bogeyed 2 of them.
Yeah.
He was 4 under to that point and made double par, back to even. And it's like, dude, when he was going low, I'm like, he's winning. There's no shot. And then he made his first double bogey. I'm like, all right, we're not toast. We're not toast here at all.
We're not out of it.
Made par on 16, gets to 17, all over the place. Another double. We're at even. I'm like, okay, we're toast. He's gone. He's gone. The leader's at 7 under. He's even par with probably one of the hardest hole 18s in the tour, right? Pars it even. Luckily, Friday comes out 1 under front 9. A little lackluster for what we probably need to get back into contention. But then comes out and shoots 5 under on the back 9. Eagles 13. tale of two holes for Rory from Friday to Sunday on 13. But played himself back into it at 6 under. I think he was like tied for third or fourth or something at that point, maybe even tied second. Comes back again, moving day. He's 4 under on the front with a bogey. This is where he has 6 threes in a row to start the Masters. Only player to ever do that. Goes birdie, eagle, chips in the chip. When he chipped in on Saturday on number 2, I said he is winning the Masters. It turns out I said that to myself 4,000 times from that point on because he played himself out of it 3,999 times after that. 2 under on the back nine. He shoots another 66. So he's 12 under on Friday and Saturday. Solo leader going into Sunday. Bryson DeChambeau in the final pairing. One thing I didn't quite understand with this pairing and what people were saying is like a rematch of Pinehurst. I struggled with that because Rory was at least one group ahead of Bryson, finished ahead of Bryson at Pinehurst at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, I think it was just because the scoring, like everybody was kind of vying for the championship at that point. Like nobody was really out of it in those last few groups. But yeah, I think it's different when you're in the last pairing of a major, like
you're walking
going head to head with somebody. Yeah.
It was match play at that point. Like when they're teeing off on one, it's like who wins 2 more holes than the next guy.
Well, and like it kind of set itself up to be that way on Sunday, and I kind of thought that's what we were going to get. However, could not have been more wrong. It was complete chaos. Everybody ahead of them, once they started on the back nine, was just going absolutely insane. Birdies were happening everywhere. Patrick Reed holes out and is now like there's a chance for him to be in the playoff when that happened. That was insane. Scheffler was kind of in the mix. He just couldn't really. He played with like his C plus B minus game, and he was still right there. He couldn't really. Yeah, he couldn't. Well, you couldn't really count him out until like 17. It was like, okay, he's just running out of holes.
Ludwig. Like these guys were chasing, and like you said, on the back nine, when they hit the back nine, Ludwig. I mean, Rose made 6 birdies on the back. He made 6 birdies, 2 bogeys, and a par.
Even though Bryson, like, it was obvious he didn't have it on the front nine. Like, you still couldn't count him out just because it was like, I mean, he like the par 5s on the back. Like he can overpower the scores. He can get 2 eagles, and he's right back in it. Like there's just, I couldn't really count him out of it either until like 14 or 15. And with Rory, just kind of, I mean, obviously,
Rory hit some of the best shots in Masters history. And
it was so insane
with some of the worst shots in Masters history.
Yes. And even some of like the amazing shots, then he would miss the putt. And it's like, oh my God, like, dude, if you could just convert like anything.
His 73 could have like just as easily been a 66.
It could have also been an 82. Like, because some of the shots, like, he was blocked out, and then he would just find the smallest gap, stick it to 3.5, 4 feet, miss the putt. It's like, okay, I don't know what is happening.
I think it was his shot on number, I think it was 7 where he was blocked out, which we'll get to it, but 7 is just a diabolical green. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. He was blocked out a little bit. And I think Harry Diamond was vying for like, hey, man, let's just punch it out into one of those front bunkers, hit a good bunker shot, make par, and get out of here. And he just hit, like you said, he's like, hey, I see this little window between these 2 twigs up here in this tree. Yeah. Let's do that. Hits it to, birdie range, 5-7 feet. I don't think he made the putt on 7.
No, he missed it.
No, missed it. But it's like, that's still just one of the clutchest shots ever because you'd rather two putt per par than have to make a sandy par, right?
Yeah.
I want to say that Dottie Pepper caught up with Harry on that hole as they're walking up, and he's like, "Thank God he doesn't listen to me." And it was just like, I mean, the guy's got it. He's got it, even if he looks like he doesn't have it, and he's hitting his 30-yard pitch shot 30 yards right of his line on 13. Oh, it was a dagger, dude. When that happened, I was just
Well,
like, what is he
it was
doing?
just okay. So you come out, you double the first, which okay, you don't carry that bunker off the tee. It's a horrible, horrible lie. Ball's way below your feet. You just got to get it out. Hits an okay chip shot. It's not great. It was a tough, not chip shot. I mean, it was what, 100 yards, 120 yards, something like
Yeah,
that. But you gave yourself a chance. You end up three jacking it. Not great. The nerves are, and like at that point, like if you put yourself in his position, how do you not think I already lost it? Like I've already lost the tournament. Bryson pulled a four
I
out of
think
his ass. He had nothing.
I
I'm
I
done.
was gonna say I think Bryson parring was huge for Rory's mental because like, hey, we're tied. All right, we got par five coming up. I mean, Rory didn't play that par five all that great. He was in the bunker
No,
again, fairway bunker. But even Rory said he's like, honestly, like he's like when he made that double on first, like he's like, all right. I mean, it
no
is what
sense
it
of
is.
playing
Like,
scared now. Like
yeah,
you have to just go out and play how you know should have been playing.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you double the
Yeah.
first,
I mean,
you
there's
know,
three.
make a par on two, but then after he made the back to back birdies like on 3 and 4, I thought this was going to
Yeah,
be like, all right, now the foot's on the gas. He's just going to be playing lights out. Hits that shot on 7. Okay, he's not losing this tournament. Birdie's
which he
9,
did,
birdie's 10.
like, yeah, he
Right.
birdied 9, birdied 10. It's like, all right, he's got cruise control. Like a guy like Rory, he's just gonna hit to the center of the green on 12, two putt. Like, there's no sense. He has a lead at this point. Like, he's solo leader. It's like there's no point in trying to go for that pin. You don't have to because you got the two par fives coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Makes par, good par. Then 13 happens. Lays up,
Walk us
which I
walk us
don't.
through 13. Walk us through 13, Cam.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say he nukes a three wood because that's just what he does. He nukes every club
Yeah.
he has. Um, Lays up with a three wood, which honestly, with I think at this point you have a two stroke lead. That's probably a decent play, right? No sense like you don't have to go for it. So lay up 2 shots in a row, does it perfectly. Like for his third shot, he's in prime position to use that slope and funnel the ball back down, like everybody and their mother does. That is what you do on Master Sunday. You
Yeah.
funnel the ball down. And Teddy, I was going to get your take on this. Like, what do you think happened with this pitch shot? Was it 40 yards or something like that? That just
I
completely misses his line. He's right of the hole
Yeah,
into the creek.
I think he just kind of shoves it, like maybe he just gets stuck a
Open
little
club
bit.
face or what?
Yeah, and he's just kind of wide open going into it, and then he just shoves it right. I mean, I'm sure he knew as soon as like he made contact what was going to happen, and was just kind of
Mm-hmm.
hoping like maybe I catch enough of it and this catches a piece of the green,
Yeah.
or that was not the case. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't. I I also wasn't sure why, like he was so shaky off the tee.
Mm-hmm.
Like the three wood, he had hit three wood a couple times off the tee. It wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
Driver wasn't great either, but I was a little surprised that he wasn't just going to go ahead and hit driver.
13,
Um,
there's so much room up there, man. Like just I agree.
yeah,
Like from an amateur status, like just
hit driver
hammer the
so that you're
driver.
hitting a 5 iron. Like
Because
I feel like those
you're
in
not
that.
hurt if you play for the long shot, on your second shot,
Yes,
if you hit a driver, you're like, let's just get it to the hole at least. So club up or club down, like whatever you have to do
This
to
is
hit
the
it to
carry
the
number
hole.
to hit it pin high. This was all you
Yep.
need.
If you passed it, 2-putt birdie, you're out of there, dude.
So that was, I was a little concerned when he pulled 3-wood. Um, yeah, I think, I don't know if maybe he just got comfortable again because of
Mhm.
like kind of how he was kind of back in control.
Yep.
But I just feel like the touch shots were obviously like gonna be tough just with everything going on. So I was surprised he wasn't just gonna hit a full iron if he could, or at least a
Like just
90%.
avoid the wedge. Like just don't
Yeah,
even give a wedge
avoid
a
like
chance.
little touchy wedge shots
Yeah.
unless unless it's a little chip. So that was
Mm-hmm.
shocking. Um, and at that point, how do you not crumble? like with okay, you were able to after hole number one, pulling, getting the double. Okay, you bounce back. You're back in it. You're playing good golf. You get lucky at 11 to not make double. You still make bogey, but whatever. Get through 12, 13. Okay, now you just made double again. He
Yeah, and
bogeys 14.
when Rory's making double on 13, Justin Rose has a 3-foot putt on 16 for birdie.
Yes,
They just nails home.
yes.
So like they're tied at this point after these 2 holes.
And they said that, which I thought this was odd because I feel like in the past he's usually watching the leaderboards, but they said that he didn't want to you know watch the scoreboard, and he just wanted to play his golf, play his round, and try not to pay attention to what like anybody else was doing out there. Which, and I
Yeah.
don't know at what like he had to have known what was happening. I don't know at what point somebody might have told him or he caught a glimpse.
Does
I'm sure he was hearing.
does Harry say like, hey, yeah. Does Harry
Uh,
say like, hey man, like
I
you
think
need to
so.
adjust
Like
here
I
because
think you'd have to, right? Like you'd be doing your player a disservice by not telling him like that, like you got to get your head out of your ass or like it's over.
hmm and they've known each other since they're like wee little lads, as they say, right? 7 years old. Like I'm sure they
Yeah,
have a relationship where Harry could say exactly what you just said, maybe in the
yeah,
more Irish sense.
yeah. I don't
But
know
yeah,
what
like
that translates to, but it's not, I mean,
yes,
I would imagine
somebody
there's
Google
there's a
that.
cuss word in there. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, he bogeys 14 as well. It's like I'm thinking in my head at this point, I'm like, I cannot bear the media. I can't bear social media. I can't bear Dave Portnoy just and Skip Bayless. Like, first of all, these 2 guys have no idea what they're talking about.
yeah.
Skip Bayless is an idiot. Dave Portnoy, like he's a content creator. I get it. Like that's both their jobs
It's
to
what they
do
do.
what they do. Um, Skip Bayless actually pissed me off. Not a fan of that guy. Because I'm rooting for Rory at this point. Like I'll get back. I'll get into this a little later, but like Rory is like who I'm laser focused. Like he needs to win this. This is going to be the best thing for golf, the best thing for Rory, the best thing for the Masters. Like he has to win.
Hmm.
He has to. Um, Bogey's 14. It's like all right. It's like par 5. Like he has like there's like if he can, he has to go for it. If he has a look at 15 green, he's not blocked out. He has to go for it. Pulls his driver. It's going left. You see it going left. It's like that's not necessarily where you want to go because that's going to bounce left. So what's going to happen? And then you don't even see like his angle until 3 seconds before he hits his shot.
Yeah,
So like I'm
yeah.
standing, I'm pacing around the basement at this point. I'm pacing, and I'm like, how are they not showing us where he's at and what kind of shot he has? And he gets up there and he's like, oh yeah, he's going to hit a big old hook and draw. And I'm like, dude, he hits it. He's walking after it like the 6-iron he hit on Saturday. And I'm just
Hmm.
screaming. I'm like, be fucking good. Let's go. It bounces, 10 yards from the hole and just rolls up to 7-foot putt.
Yeah. I don't even know if
One
it
of the
was that
best.
far. Like it was a fantastic shot. I I thought he was gonna make it. Obviously, he didn't. I just, and again at that point, like, okay, you pretty much. I don't know what he's telling himself. Like as he's hitting the shots, like, is he telling himself? Like, is he thinking about what is going on? Is he like, how many thoughts running through his head are negative right now? Because like I don't know about you,
Right.
but like at that point, like I would be. I don't know how he's not crying. Like at that point,
I'd have just blacked out and passed out probably.
like the
Just
stress.
I wouldn't be able to like I'd just be standing
That's
over the ball, not able
every
to
time.
take it
Like
back.
I was trying to, because they always kind of like zoom in on these putts, and like you can kind of see them like take the grip. I kept waiting to see like some like just a little movement. There was no movement. He never had like shaky hand syndrome or anything, which props to him because like, and like I get it. These guys have been playing huge events, and to get to this point, like you have to be mentally tough, and like it's super impressive. But like I just can't imagine
I was
having.
half expecting him like he's gonna have a Will Zalatoris putter takeaway at some point.
Yeah, like how did that not happen at all? Was just beyond.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't make the putt, but I mean, fuck. At this point, at least he didn't 3-putt. Like, at least he still made birdie.
Mm-hmm. It was a very, very just. I said this. It was a very lackluster effort on that eagle. It wasn't committed. I mean, you can kind of see maybe it was a little nervousness, jitters, whatever, but it wasn't the like he missed a lot of putts, but at least those putts he gave, outside of that putt on 15, all of his putts were like good efforts. That one was just not that eagle putt.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was much different than the one he made the day before.
No.
It was different pin location, but right to left
same
breaker,
distance,
5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he tees off on 16. So 16, I knew on Saturday, like as soon as they showed where Saturday's pin location was and the funnel location, like, so where's it going to go on Sunday? I'm like, they're not going to put it like it would be 5 feet away, on Sunday if they kept it normal pin location. So I didn't necessarily enjoy that. I get it, like switch things up, throw the players off a little bit. There's a reason, Jack, that's where he made his awesome birdie putt to win his jacket, whatever year it was. Like, I don't think most people care about that.
Well, not now.
Where it's at on, yeah, of course. But where it's at traditionally on 16 on Sunday is such a cool pin location because like Tiger almost made it, on 2019. Justin Thomas has made a hole-in-one there. Bryson's made a hole-in-one there. Shane Lowry, that's one of the holes I think he made a hole-in-one on. Like, it's electric.
Well, and I think,
right?
Like, just imagine, it was already chaos when everybody was on the back nine. But just imagine standing on 16T and like knowing if I hit it in this 5-foot circle, I'm guaranteed a 2, guaranteed a birdie when I need one. Everybody needs one at this point. And I might make an ace. Like I might make a 1 and, get that leap that I need. So last week, Justin and I were talking about like where you would go, like if you were a patron and you were like
16 would be perfect on Sunday.
I said 16, like Sunday, I'm going on 16. Like you never know what's going to happen and like what's going to need to happen when players get to that tee box. And so I was so pissed that we didn't get that opportunity this year because they had to move it back for Jack. Because I just imagine like, dude, there was so much going on the entire back nine.
It would have just made it more crazy, like you said.
Now there's another hole. Like you already have like, you already have 13 and 15. Like now you throw 16 into the mix, where somebody might have another 2-shot swing. Like just give me that. Check this in my veins.
It'd be very easy to hit it short on 16 and end up in the funnel, right?
Yes.
and
Yes.
you're not guaranteed to two putt from down there, way up to the top pin.
No, you gotta land it pin high or just pass it. Yeah, if you're short,
you
you got
flare
like
your shot,
yeah, or you could be on top of the hill and be stuck.
and then
But
you're
yeah,
short sided. You have zero room behind the pin. Like you end up down there after
no,
your second shot anyway. So then it's like there's your double. Yeah, it was still a hard pin location.
oh, it was difficult. It was definitely difficult, but
Which
and
there's some
obviously,
respect there, but
yeah, but obviously the guys don't like people setting the pins and everything. They don't know what's going to happen the next day. If everything played out like how we thought it was, and it was just going to be Rory and Bryson, like having 16 pin there would have been probably crucial if it was pretty much match play at that point. But it wasn't. It was like a 4-man race, and everybody was trying to do something.
at that point, you're worried about Justin Rose. You're worried about Ludwig before he made his double on 18.
Yeah.
Patrick Reed, I mean, he three putted
Yeah.
from like 3 feet on 13 or
Yeah,
15.
that
I
was
think it
awful.
13. And then, I mean, even if you make birdie there, it was a 3-putt par, I believe. It was a 3-putt bogey.
It was a
Did he lay out?
3-putt bogey. No. God, what hole was that? Well, he bogeyed
Hold on,
13.
no.
Was it that? I thought it was later on in the round.
So it's 3-putt bogey.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 3-putt bogey on 15.
Yeah, because he hit a decent wedge shot. Yeah, he had
Dude made 4 birdies in a row to close out his front. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just
he
that
wasn't
nobody
even
likes it.
on. Yeah, he wasn't even on my radar until he made the turn, and 13 just killed him.
I mean, just a crazy Sunday, man. So yeah, Rory, he actually hits a really nice shot into 16. He's above the hole. Yeah, I think he's just off into the fringe, but it's like that's fine.
Yeah,
puts another good roll on it, burns the edge. It's like, Rory, are you going to make a birdie putt, or are you somehow just going to find a way to make double bogey? Because he made 4 double bogeys throughout the week.
2 on Thursday, 2 on Sunday.
Yeah, 17 comes out, pushes his drive.
Yeah,
Pull. He was left. I'm trying to remember. No, he was right with some tree overhang, I think. Yeah. And it's like, all right, here we go. He hits a shot. No, he was in the fairway. The big thing was like when he hit it, he was like saying, go, 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 go. So it's like he's going to be in the bunker. Bogey's in play. He hits an incredible approach draw with that draw spin on that. Like he was probably a foot away from the false front, not being able to do that. The smallest of air, like margin. Dude, it's rolling towards the hole. I'm screaming my head off. I'm like, this guy's winning the Masters. This guy's winning the Masters. It's locked up. I said that to myself 76 times on Sunday. Makes the putt. Birdie 3. Huge.
Finally makes like a 5-6 footer for birdie.
He played 72 regulation holes, and 30 of them were threes. 30. That's a lot. It's a lot of threes. And 18 comes around. Let me tell you, like when you're watching the broadcast, you see kind of the uphillness, like you're hitting right into the fairway. Like you see why you don't get rollout. When you're there in person, you're like, oh, I get it. That's why like hops forward like 6 inches and then just stops. Because it's like the angle those balls come in at because of that fairways, it's crazy. It is crazy. But
I think
it's a bomb drive.
And real quick, I think they've been doing a better job of trying to get some like low angles and like new spots for some of the cameras.
Yeah.
Because in years past, like 10, like, okay, 10's kind of downhill and goes left. But like a couple years ago, they finally added that one like down past the corner. And like you don't even see the ball. Like when they move to that one and people are coming down. And same
Yeah,
thing with
because then
18.
it all funnels left too, and like where they were
Yeah,
at, it's like, yeah, he's down there in the fairway. Just trust
yeah,
us.
somewhere. But
Yeah.
it's so severe, and you're finally kind of able to see a little bit more of that. But to your point, yeah, unless you've seen it in person, like you truly do not understand how severe some of those slopes are.
And that tee shot, oof,
It's
uh-uh.
tight, it's
Yeah,
narrow.
it's real tight. It is real tight.
But
Hits a
when
great drive.
when you're standing back there, like, or once you kind of get up there, it is not going to say it's open once you get down there, because I wouldn't say it's open. You got bunker left, you got trees and rough on the right, and you're blocked out if you're too far right. But there is more room than what it looks like when you're standing on that tee.
Yeah, it's getting it through that initial shoot
Yeah,
of like the people crowding it makes it just even more tighter.
yeah,
But like 30 yards ahead of like where they're teeing off, it's just like I'm hitting a tree. I have to aim left to hit a
yeah.
fairway. Um, it's intimidating, man. Like when we walked up it for the first time, I'm like, ain't no way, dude. It was crazy. Um, but Rory pipes a drive down the middle.
Yep.
It ends up being the middle because of the slight right turn.
Mm-hmm.
On the broadcast, it looks like it's like, yeah, this dude's in the trees, but you hit it.
Yeah, a
Hits it
little
past
bit, but
that turn.
yeah, I mean, you kind of figured like his line is like just inside the tree line, and
Mm-hmm.
it should be fine.
Yep.
And he's hitting it far enough to where it's
Yeah.
most likely okay.
Yep. And then just he blocked a 40-yard wedge, and he blocked a 125-yard wedge. Hits his second into that bunker, which is like that angle they're coming in at. He hits sky balls, like he hits it higher than
Mm-hmm.
most tour players. Very could have easily been plugged in that bunker.
Mm-hmm.
Gets lucky. He's sitting up nice. When he hit that was a great bunker shot, if you ask me. I mean, like
It
he kept
was.
it above the hole. He used the contour of the green to feed it as much as possible. It's like hard to do better than that. Um, I was like, which putt is going to happen here? Like, is Rory just gonna burn the edge again like he's been doing on half the holes, or is this one going to go the other way and he's going to make it and we're all going to be celebrating? He's going to be winning. He's going to be crying.
Did you think he was going to make it, or did you think he was going to miss it?
I said I think he's going to make it
Yeah,
because
I
my
thought he was
mom
going to
was
make it.
down there.
With how good the bunker shot was, like if the bunker shot wasn't, if it was slightly worse than what he did, I thought, yeah, no chance.
I
Obviously, he's
like
rattled, but after that good of a bunker shot, I thought, okay, he's focused, like he's seizing the moment. He's going to step up and drain this putt. It's going to be glorious.
and from the angle of the broadcast, like like being there too, like you could see, like, okay, that's why this 18 Sunday pin is so hard
Mhm.
because it's like there, and then like on this side it goes right, on this side it goes left. It's like I'm like I knew it was going left. Like it's gonna go left a little bit, but I'm like I don't think it's that difficult of a putt. Like the putt itself was not that hard.
Like if
The
you had
moment,
10 tries, 7 out of 10 times, dead center should be all right.
maybe Rory, not me, but maybe Rory.
Yeah,
More of like a 4 out of 10, maybe. It
or
was probably the
two,
last
2 out of 10.
four. Yeah, yeah, maybe one. Anyways, I didn't think I'm like this guy's gonna make it. He's Rory McIlroy. It's not. It's like what 6, 7 foot putt, 5 foot putt goes
Yeah,
left. He knows that.
5 at the most. Yeah.
It just burns the edge. Just burned it. And I'm like, all right, Rory's going to win the Masters, but it's going to be another at least. I honestly I would have been surprised if it went like 2, 3 playoff holes with how Justin Rose
Yeah,
was
I
playing.
was kind of surprised it was over as quickly as it began. I kind of thought they was going to, because Rose was just playing. I mean, Birdie's 18 to get back into like to post that number.
Yeah,
I just
he
kind of thought he was so hot that like, okay, these guys are going to feel each other out, both make par on the first one, and then we might birdie maybe one or two in a row, and this might take a minute.
mhm. Yeah, dude. Honestly, like so the playoff, Rory perfect drive. Justin Rose, perfect drive. Of course, Justin Rose is going to be a little bit behind. Rory hits the same exact drive that he hit
Yes.
in
Yes.
regulation. You know, like Rose making that putt for birdie on 18 in regulation on the 72nd hole, like when he hits his second shot, first of all, how does that not come down?
Well, yeah. So was that the one we were talking about where I texted in the group chat? I was like, how's it not spin back?
Yeah, it just stayed one
Um,
more inch, dude, and that ball's rolling down that hill.
well, that's what I think. Also, I guess he just didn't land it far enough for it to get enough momentum to come back down. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was shocked that it didn't spin at all.
Right.
And, it cozy right on up against it. He hit a great shot. He just was, I don't know, 2 feet short of it being absolutely perfect.
He's not upset. He's not upset at the swing he put on the
Yeah,
ball and the shot that he hit. He just got kind of a bad break, it seems.
it was a great shot. It was
But
great.
that
It
being
wasn't the
said,
perfect shot. It was a great shot.
like I'm watching this, I'm like, he's gonna make this putt. He's been making these all day. He
Yeah, I
made
thought he
he
was.
made he
Yeah.
made a harder one just 20 minutes ago, whenever it was. It wasn't 20, but maybe 30. It's like dude's flat six was just it was great the entire week. Misses the putt. He put a good roll on it, just burned
Hmm.
the edge on the left side and couldn't get it to fall. And then Rory, his second shot, you can't hit a better shot. You can't.
No, should have done it
Like
the first time.
to exercise the demons that you just experienced 15 minutes ago with blocking the
Hmm.
wedge out into that bunker, to then put it to 3 feet, 3.5 feet. Like that's stones, man. Ice in his
Yeah.
veins. Like he dug himself a hole, but then he pulled himself right back out of it 400 times on Sunday. And he said in his week presser, before the tournament started, like, I've been resilient. And like that, he kind of foreshadowed like that's what Sunday was, just a
Hmm.
battle of resiliency against himself, really. So he birdies it. He's sobbing on the ground. I'm trying not to cry. In the basement. I'm saying I'm screaming my head off. My mom's looking at me like I'm crazy, dude. Crazy. I was going nuts. It was incredible. One of the best sporting events I've ever watched, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I think you couldn't have asked for a more compelling final round, especially on the back
Really
nine.
couldn't.
Um, just the shock and awe of how it ended up playing out. It Nothing happened that people expected.
Mhm.
Um,
No,
yeah,
I
it
don't
was
think
just
anybody
it was
expected
amazing.
Justin Rose to be in a playoff with Rory. Like
No.
nobody, I don't think anybody's really surprised Rory was in the mix, but for Justin Rose to be the challenger at the end of the day, like
Hmm.
that, it's a cool storyline. And here's what I'll say: I'm a big Bryson fan. I've been Team Bryson since the Brooks, Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau rivalry thing. Where
Hmm.
Bryson's walking behind Brooks with his metal spikes, and Brooks rolls his eyes in the middle of the interview. I was Team Bryson all the way through.
Yeah.
Thinking about it today, on my drive home from picking up my kiddo, it's it would have been cool if Justin Rose got it done. It would have just been hell for Rory. We may never see him play a golf tournament again. What
Yeah.
happened? The media would just the Skip
Just
Baylesses of the world would just tear him apart.
all
Um,
the live guys. I mean, everything.
yeah, Brett Douglas would have just had a field day. But
What?
the career Grand Slam, man, 6 people.
Yeah.
He's the second in the last 60 years to do it, or something like that. I forget what it was. It took him. I saw it was a stat, and before Rory, the most tries it took somebody was 4 to do the Grand Slam, and then Rory comes in, and it's yeah, this is number 11. It's just really funny, but it's also Rory won 4 majors in his
Hmm.
first 4 years, essentially, right? Young kid, resilient. He was spot on with it. It was just been the butt of a lot of criticism, especially with the live, popping up in
Hmm.
2021 or whatever it was. Great to do the Grand Slam. it's one of the more exclusive sporting clubs to be in, like
Mhm.
throughout sports in general. I mean, more people have walked on the moon than have done what Rory McIlroy just did. More people
What do you?
have. Think about that. More people have taken steps on the moon. It's up there.
Yeah.
Or if you're a conspiracy theorist, nobody's been there. So it's all a Hollywood experiment. What were you going to say, Teddy?
Well, I was going to say, like, what do you think this means going forward and for the rest of the year for Rory? I
Man,
mean, think about it. So he's
the
won.
majors
He's won what? He's won
four
Pebble.
times at Quail Hollow. He's won.
He's won
Hold
the
on.
Players.
Yeah. So Pebble, Sawgrass, now Augusta.
Yep.
Those are three nice courses to win at. For a PGA Tour player in one season. The
Or in
monkey's
their
off
career.
his back. The weight is off his shoulders.
Hmm.
Yeah, or their career. Like, let's be real. Like, their career. The majors set up nicely for him. The remaining three. And I said this, I think, on our last podcast we all recorded together. I said I wouldn't be surprised, like, if Rory wins the Masters, like, for him to quickly rattle off over the next 3 years, 2, 3
Hmm.
more majors. And, like, Tim said it in our group chat. It's like, he could do it this year, win the Grand Slam
Hmm.
again. Not again, technically, but he's won 4 times at Quail Hollow, where the PGA is next. Is that next month in May?
I
4
believe so.
times, like, that's it's like his Torrey Pines. Tiger's Torrey Pines won like a million
Yeah.
times there. Come on now, and he won there recently, I believe. Well, that recently being a few years. I mean, Oakmont, he's going to be 30 yards ahead of everybody. He's a good ball
Yeah.
striker for the
Oakmont.
most
Like,
part.
I keep forgetting that. That's at Oakmont. Yeah. I mean, the course is set up well for him this year. It just so happens all he had to do was win Augusta, and he's in the driver's seat for the rest of the year.
It could be floodgates this year. He could be the, like, Scotty Scheffler was Scotty Scheffler last year.
Mhm.
Could be Rory this year with the 7, 8, 9 wins. And
I think if I'm some of the other players, I mean, I have to be feeling pretty good going into some of these other majors as well. Like if I'm Scotty, like how can you not have even more confidence in yourself
Mhm.
after not really having it at all this week and still being able to do what he did?
Yeah,
Um, Same thing with Oberg. I mean,
the leaderboard was stacked at
yes,
the Masters,
I think it's just
and, like, there's no
it's going to
way
be
Roger
tough.
Gobert just doesn't win a major in the
No, no,
next 2 years.
no. I think it's set up well for Rory. I think it's just tough to, and he's one that can do it, but just be more prepared and have all of his stuff working those weeks. Um, Not many people
Mm-hmm.
are going to be able to beat him. Even this week, obviously, like he struggled and he still is putting on the jacket. I'm excited for the rest of the year, just with like, I mean, what the hell is going to happen as they key it up for some of
Yeah,
these majors this year? I just the possibilities are endless.
yeah. It's going to be a good golf year. I mean, brother, we could quite literally see another career Grand Slam get completed, which is
Yeah.
like, there's like maybe 3 or 4, I'll say, active golfers, but
Hmm.
I think it's really just Spieth and Phil, because Kepka's only won PGAs and U.S. Opens.
Hmm.
Rahm's got Master and Open, U.S. Open.
Hmm.
I guess technically Xander can't. He hasn't won a Masters.
Hmm.
That just passed. Scheffler's only won 2 Masters. I say only, but Jordan Spieth could literally just go out and win at Quail Hollow, and we have another career Grand Slam. That's the one he's been chasing.
Do you like those odds?
Tied for 14th at the Masters here. He didn't look like he had some shakiness.
He didn't look good. He didn't look good.
Yeah.
But didn't look good and still finished 14th.
Yeah, that's the thing is he shot 4 over, made the cut on the number, or not the cut on the number. He was 2 over. Sorry, 2 over. He ends up at 3 under. I mean,
not saying, but I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Jason Day. I mean, come on. What if he just rattles off a U.S. Open at Oakmont or something?
Yeah, I think Jason.
He'd be a cool guy to see put the green jacket on. I will say that.
Yeah, he kind of strikes me as the type of guy that kind of will be able to pick his spots, and I think he's pretty realistic with expectations and what courses set up well for him.
Mm-hmm.
And also just with the state of his game on a week-to-week basis, I think he knows if he's got a chance or not. Not necessarily that he won't try if he is obviously not playing well, but I think it's just he's that much more invested in it when he's swinging it well, and he's been swinging it well all year. So
yeah, and I mean the thing with Scotty and Xander, they both kind of had later starts than normal. Xander's battling. I think it was it his oblique or something like that.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, I mean those two guys could just take the next 3 majors. Split them up between them.
Yeah, we're kind of still waiting for Scotty to
Sanjay
do it.
He had a nice little show, and
yeah,
and like you said earlier, he had his B game, B minus C plus game, and tied for solo 4th. So it's
Zach Johnson.
Still a scary prospect.
Zach Johnson gonna win.
I was pleasantly surprised to see him shoot 7 under.
What if he makes the Ryder Cup team? That would be something.
Next year, is he gonna be the 2026? I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want that to happen. Oh man.
Maybe Keegan uses
will for the Europeans.
Well, no, Zach making the team.
Just points wise, he just earns his way on the team, automatic qualifier. I don't think that happens.
What if he won? If he won this week, is that the next golden? Where do you go from there? This is the first time he's been competitive in the tournament in a very long time.
Right. I have to imagine. So you win the Masters, you're in the next 3, right? Or is it just the next one?
I think for the next 5 years, or maybe it is 3 years
in majors, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he rattles off another Open. He's an Open championship winner too, isn't he?
That's true. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. I always forget that he won an Open.
Yeah.
So all right. So
I mean, dude, 2 majors.
If he had won this week, and then possibly winning the Open, that would be insane.
I wouldn't have wanted to do the podcast so soon if it was Zach Johnson winner.
I would agree. I would have been a big fan.
Week. It's fine.
Morikawa.
I wouldn't be able to sit here for an hour and just talk about how Rory choked away a 2-stroke lead to Zach Johnson.
I could put about 30 minutes together for it. Morikawa wasn't really involved. That was kind of disappointing. I know that was Justin's pick, right? Colin.
He was there, man, and then just wasn't.
He was, but he wasn't. He was on
he was what?
Bottom of the first page, and he was constantly in the middle of the second page. So you just kind of kept telling yourself
he was peaking.
Hey, if he just gets a couple good shots, we're looking good. But no, nothing. Couldn't really get it going.
You can't shoot 3 72s in the Masters and expect to win. 72,
Hideki,
72, 72.
Hideki was
He
really
was also kind of
disappointing.
doing a little peeking. Well,
Well, he
oh
was.
yeah.
He shot himself out of it on Saturday.
Yeah, and then went 6 under on Sunday for I think it was
Yeah,
low round of the day, tied with Justin Rose.
66. Yeah,
66. Yeah, 266s on Sunday. It was Justin Rose and Hideki Matsuyama.
he climbed 27 spots on Sunday. That's unreal. Yeah, he was in one of the early groups.
Mhm.
Anybody else of note? I didn't even realize Wyndham Clark made the cut. I'll be honest with you. Well, he shot
Yeah,
68
Wyndham
on
Clark, he was
Friday.
even par going into the weekend. Then went 75, 74. He's kind of been obsolete really since his U.S. Open win.
Well, yeah.
Excuse me. It's a good
Um,
win to be obsolete after. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
Shane Lowry was actually kind of there and then shot an 81 on Sunday. Like
Yeah,
he could
Sunday
have top
wasn't
10
good.
if he had a nice Sunday.
Yeah,
Two
he was.
80 plus rounds on Sunday.
Who was the other? Oh, Nico.
Shane, Nico Echevarria, the par 3 contest winner.
Telltale sign. You're not going to win the tournament.
I'm pretty sure that's an omen to win that. So
Any notable missed cuts you want to talk about? DJ, shocker.
I hate
Keegan.
that. I was rooting so hard for Fred Couples and Bernhard Longer to make it.
I don't
And they missed
understand
it by
how.
one.
Yeah, I don't understand how they didn't. Like I thought they were. I thought they were in until Saturday
Mhm.
morning. And then that's when I looked and saw. I was checking to see who made the cut and everything. That was
No,
disappointing because they were both playing some really good golf. They were just. It was tough. They were just
Freddie had a
around
tough
a
finish
couple.
on. Yeah, Freddie
Yeah,
had a tough finish on Friday. 3 bogeys from 14 on Friday.
tough.
He only made one birdie
Bernhard
too.
too.
Tough.
Bernhard, yeah, he doubled 15 and
Yeah, I
then
mean,
bogeyed
no.
18. But
Let's talk actually like noticeable like miscuts. You got
what do you think? That's what we're doing. What are you talking about?
DJ. Yeah, people who like still are like not skeletons. So you got
Okay.
DJ.
DJ was the first one
Keegan
I said.
was kind of a tough one. It was. I'll give you that.
Cam, I literally said
Listen.
DJ and Keegan, and then you jumped
I brought up the
to
old guys. I
Freddie
get it.
and Langer.
I
But
get
yeah, you're
it.
right. Let's get back on track and talk about some guys that aren't
Yes.
dead.
I mean Sergio. Sergio had been playing well over at Live. Missed the cut by 2 strokes. Finau, don't want to see that. Big tone guy. Brooks Koepka missed the cut. Cam Smith.
Cam Smith just fucked it on Friday.
Yeah, 78. Phil Mickelson, 75, 74. Hiroshi Tai, the collegiate national champion from last year. That's how he qualified into this.
Hmm.
He actually had a nice first round at 73 plus 1. I mean, he beat a lot of guys, but 77 on Friday. Bobby Mack, Cam Young, 79 on Friday. Can't do that. Will
I feel like
Zalatoris.
was Bobby Mack your dark horse or was it Justin's? Somebody mentioned Bobby Mack. It
I
might have been
didn't pick
Justin.
a dark horse.
Okay. We didn't necessarily pick dark horses, but his name came up. I think Justin might have
Yeah.
mentioned him. Oh. Glover struggled. Willie Z struggled.
Thing we should probably talk about is the old 90.
Yeah, we could talk about it. You want to talk about it?
Nick Dunlap shot a 90. And like I
Not
saw one of his, I think it was on 3 or something. His driver swing. I was like, oh,
the one where he like
lost.
drops it. Yeah,
He's lost. He's gone.
it wasn't good. Went out in 43.
He doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah, shooting 43 on the
Hold
front,
on,
not
okay, you
great.
got some.
Oh, some feedback. But
Yeah,
shooting 43 on the front, not ideal. But you kind of think to yourself, okay, on the back nine, kind of come back, get some shots coming back into the clubhouse. Didn't happen. Shot 47 on the back nine.
what's
Let's see.
crazy is he did all that without a 3-putt.
Yeah, that's insane.
I
That's
shoot 90
insane.
all the time, but I have 76 3-putts. But in his defense, he came back and shot 1 under on Friday. Not that it mattered, but
It's a great bounce
I mean
back. I
that's
think at that point,
yeah.
it's you're just doing it for yourself. Like,
He's like,
there's no way I've
I'm
just shot 90.
just happy to
Yeah,
play Augusta at this point. Yeah,
let me just
yeah.
figure this out before
And
I get
actually,
home.
kudos to him. He could have easily been like, "I'm out of here, dude. Like, we're not doing this again." But luckily, he's young. Um,
Yeah,
he's still got that kind of blank canvas when it comes to scar tissue and experience. So good on him for not just bailing. Sepp
honorable.
Straka
Yeah,
missed the
I
cut.
do. We did kind of overlook one player. I just want to go back to is Max Homa.
Oh,
Ended
we
up
did.
T12.
Yeah,
Feel like we should kind of talk about him. It seems like he kind of figured it
he's
out.
coming back next year. T12 and below.
That's it. I just wanted to mention him.
Uh,
I just feel like we've been shitting on him most of the year.
just awful internet right now. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I mean
But
he four under, tied for 12th. Like he plays Augusta pretty well. That's how he made it back this year. His qualifying finish last year of being in the top 12. So
I mean, he's been our
hopefully he can
DFL pick several times this year, and we've
a pretty
won
good
because of
lock
it.
on the DFL picks.
But maybe not going forward. Oh man, your internet, dude.